Well, welcome to episode number 35, I believe. 35? Yeah. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Well, I'm your host, Bobby D, of the Tech Hustle here, and I got my guy, D Hustle. What's up? And then we got my cousin Raymond. Don't call him Raymond. Look at the camera, bro. Don't be looking at me. Wave at the audience. Want to say what's up. You too, Darwin. Over here looking clean with your family reunion shirt on, bro. Representing. Yeah.
Ready for July.
How about the mic? You gonna talk into the mic?
Yeah. Gotta get me closer.
Yeah.
Hear me now?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, welcome to our next episode of here at the podcast, the Tech Hustle Podcast. We got a really cool show lined up for us today. Let me give you a quick rundown before everybody jumps in. So I'm gonna get into a really cool conversation about a question that came in through one of my mentees asking me, about some of my failures in the tech industry. But in general, I'm gonna get the guys to jump in too to see if they can drop some gems on it. Then we got D Hustle talking about some pricing around some tech stuff. I might have some AI news to drop. We got Raymond, don't call him Ray, got a recommendation to bring back, right? Isn't that what it is? A recommendation? De-recommendation? That's a new segment, right? It sounds like he also got a show to drop. Yes. And then we got D Hustle coming back with some sports update. I guess it's playoffs time, right? Everybody's coming in close.
Yes,
and it sounds like the Knicks are doing all right. You don't want to say too much, right? And we'll definitely give a spot out for our sponsorship. We'll have a closeout with some announcements that I definitely want y'all to follow along. What y'all think about the show, fellas? How y'all feeling?
Ready.
How about y'all, audience? Y'all ready? Y'all ready to go? Yeah. For sure. All right, let's jump right into our little tech talk here. Let me see if you drop a little bit old school beat for me. Oh yeah, I always think of season 2 whenever I think about this or hear about this beat. If y'all didn't know, I really do and love music. Music helps my memories. So big shout outs to season number 2, and thank you D Hustle for giving me that reminder of such a great season. And we're gonna jump into our conversation today, fellas. So. I got all kinds of mentees all over the place. I do support a few nonprofits, universities and colleges. And I tell you, as of late, a lot of my mentees have really been concerned about the industry, concerned about getting a job. But I think there's also this concern about, hey, what is it like when you're actually working at the keyboard and you're, been in the field for a while, which each and every one of us have been in it for a while. So I had a mentee and she was like, whenever you're in an interview, you always have these behavioral questions that they have, right? These questions about like, hey, can you tell us about the time that you had challenges with a coworker, or tell me a time that you broke something and what happened, right? And she was like, Bobby D, I've never heard you talk about anything that you've ever broken. All I've heard about is how you've saved the day, you did this, you did that. But do I have any stories that I would resonate with during an interview to talk about in terms of when have I failed, how did I learn from those failures? And I got 2 examples. But before I jump into my examples, I wanted to ask you all, like, have you ever had or what is your biggest mistake you've ever made on the job working in IT? I know Raymond may have one that I can think of when you came and talked to me about. D Hustle, I definitely want to hear if you had one before I drop my 2. But anything on the table y'all want to throw on?
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
You ain't got nothing? That's crazy. You've definitely had some type of slip up before. Never?
Slip up? Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, if I did, I messed up on the IP address one time.
Ooh, assigning an IP address, yeah.
When I was working back in the days for Atari Kingdom Corporate, what happened was that I used to do warehousing configurations and making sure that everything was aligned the correct way.
Yeah.
So as part of the position that I was in, I was opening up a brand new store for them. And what happened was that in order for us to make sure all internet and, computers and printers are working, of course, everybody knows there's an IP address that has to go in there.
Correct.
So what I did was, I don't know if I was in a rush or I had something, because usually when I do those, I take my time 110%.
Yeah.
And for me to mess up like that, my mind must not have been focused.
So something else was on it, right?
So there was, so what happened was, some of them starts with 0 and then the end at, some change. Anyway, I put a wrong digit in there.
Yeah.
And boom, the next day I get a phone call from one of my superiors and said, "Hey, did you set up stores such?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did."
Mm-hmm.
The store hasn't gone live yet, so just thank God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hey, we can't connect to it. Can you double check your configurations?" I was like, "What do you mean? Everything is good. Everything is up to par." I mean, like, you know what? Give me a moment. Let me go back and check. And I checked, and I'm like, "What is going on here?" And I tried to do a ping and didn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." And I'm checking. I see the first one. I was like, "Okay, everything good." But then I look at the second one, the receiving, and the number was off. And I was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
So when I went there, I just had to tell them, "Listen, man, that's my fault. I had a digit messed up."
Yeah.
I like, "You got to be more careful." I was like, "Oh,
I know.
I know." But the thing is that since I was doing it in the QA, I was testing everything out. Everything was going well.
For sure.
And at the end, it's just basically inputting an IP address, make sure everything is working good.
Yeah.
You know, and I must have been, but at the end of the day, I had like a week to figure things out. I'm glad somebody caught it because if not.
Yeah. When you set a wrong IP address, you might bring down another store. You could bring, like, I remember somebody setting an IP address for like one of our main servers. Like they set the wrong IP address on another computer that broke our other server. So totally, that's wild. But hey, it happens to us. How about you, Raymond? You got one in the trigger? What's up, kid?
Yeah, this is, I don't know if you want to call it technical or user error, but I was working at a place one time and just emotions got high and I started drafting an email talking smack about a coworker.
Ooh.
So I just started the email, just typing it up to my boss. I can't stand this coworker. I hate her. How she just get into all of my business, blah, blah, blah. And just pay attention, guys. Take note. Do not ever do this. But I sent the email to the coworker instead of my boss. Yes. And I freaked out. I went to my boss and was like, "Hey, I just sent her an email that I was supposed to send to you." I was like, "Can you jump on the server and, delete it?" And long story short, he was like, "No, we can't. It's going to take too long."
Yeah.
And this was when I first got into IT at the time. I didn't know that there was a recall feature inside of Outlook.
For sure.
And he was like, "You need to recall that email and pray to God that she doesn't read it. Because if she's read it, then the recall's not going to work."
Exactly.
So I went in and I recalled the email and I was still working there. She never said nothing to me. So I assume she never saw that email. So note to self, guys, don't let emotions do not put the person in the email yet.
Yeah, for sure.
Just draft your email and then put the person
add the people
afterwards.
Wow,
I'm just hold on, man. I'm just trying to get
public service announcement.
So you send an email out. How long did it take you to do this whole entire procedure?
What do you mean? Well, I realized
to get the recall.
Well, I did the recall maybe minutes afterwards.
Okay.
When I went to my boss, I was just like, I didn't know what to do. He was like, "Oh, go and recall the email."
Yeah.
So
I'm glad she doesn't use her email much.
For sure.
So she was out on, on the floor or whatever doing. So yeah, she didn't say nothing. So I assumed that she never read it.
She got the email. She
give you a side eye though.
She didn't say anything. So yeah, note to self.
Wow.
Don't ever put the person in the email yet.
Yes. So there are obviously areas where it's not just the technical side, but also interpersonal, career, conversation, things that you need to be mindful of.
Yes.
So yeah. And both of these stories are great examples of like us learning in the journey, right? Learning, number one, whenever we break something and being okay with breaking something, or finding out a new feature when you do something by accident, like email recall, which doesn't happen in Outlook. I mean, Google recently not recently, but they have this little undo button that pops up.
Yeah.
But after that undo button goes, it's a wrap. Like there is no recall.
So you can't recall an email in Google?
Outlook is a feature for that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you are on Gmail, make sure you know who you send an email
even
to.
If you set up your Gmail through Outlook?
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can anymore.
I don't
you used to
know.
back in the
mean,
days.
you could set up like SMTP type stuff where it kind of downloads your emails type stuff, but definitely Gmail, once you send it, if you don't catch that undo at the bottom, it's a wrap.
Wow.
It's a wrap.
That is okay.
Wow. So let me throw my two out there. So there was one incident that happened when I talked to students about getting certifications and really just telling them like, hey, Sometimes you're going to go to certifications and fail and bomb, but then you're going to learn something in the process. So I have this certification that I talk about on our show all the time. It's called the Red Hat Certified Engineer, RHCE. And it's by far one of my most noteworthy certifications I've had. It's actually one of the more difficult ones because you actually have to show your work. It's not like one of those ABC, check this box type stuff. They say, hey, here goes a piece of paper, here goes a computer, set it up. And if you set it up right, you get your certification, right? So it's not going to be something that you're going to have to, that you can just like guess. You're going to have to know how to do it. So this certification costs about $750. At the time, that definitely was a hit to my pocket. But I was ready, prepared for it. Went to go take the exam. I'm at the table there, killing it, doing what I got to do. And there's this instruction that says, hey, I need you to create a separate file system or do something on the file system. And one of the actions that you always got to be cautious of is formatting computers, right? Y'all know what formatting is. Basically wiping out the whole hard drive. And if you accidentally type in the wrong command, you can end up wiping out everything. And guess what I did during the exam? I wiped out everything. Oof. Yeah, it was like literally, give me a womp, womp, womp. And it was like, yeah, literally like the day of that exam, I was sitting there 15 minutes into exam, and it's supposed to be a 2-hour exam, and I wiped the whole system clean. And I'm like, fuck. And I was like, all right, let me go talk to the instructor. The instructor was like, sorry, if you can't follow instructions, then you're not worthy of being certified. Literally, he like threw it back in my face type stuff. And I'll tell you, I did learn something from it. Is number one, make sure you read the details. Number two, before you hit the enter button, make sure you read the command that you're executing. And technically, there was another command that popped up that said, are you sure you want to do this?
Those are the ones.
And I'm like, of course I want to do this. Why do you think I'm asking you to do this? And boom, wiped it clean. So that was definitely $750 in 15 minutes that I just threw out the window. And definitely learned in the process. But I went back and got the certification a few months later. But it's definitely a learning experience. Yeah.
Interesting.
Don't make sure you follow instructions. And when it says, are you sure you want to format the whole computer? Yeah, make sure you know what you're doing before you do it.
Wow. I wish I had one of those when I was sending that email.
Yeah,
Are you sure you want to send
this
email?
Are you sure you want to do that? And then the last one that I usually mention, especially during interviews, is something that occurred when I worked at the South Florida Water Management District. I don't know if y'all heard me talk about this place. Big shout outs to DP over there.
Shout outs.
Big shout outs.
Shout out to Gun Club, all those basketball courts,
yeah.
all your damn handcuffs.
Yeah, the Gun Club. That's the spot right there. But while I was working at the South Florida Water Management District, one of my roles was managing our backup systems. So you can imagine this is a state local government that, generates so much data. Obviously, we have file servers, we have, important documents. So we actually have to have something called like a disaster recovery plan, right? Either we're storing stuff locally at the site or we're storing it somewhere else. Or more specifically, we're writing them to tapes. You remember the tape drives? I remember Raymond and I were talking about tape drives that we used to have to pop in and out to backup servers. So I was the one that was responsible for all of the backups. I mean, we had this big robotic box that had like thousands of tapes in them that basically positioned themselves, we were backed up, and so on and so forth. And while I was working on that computer, the main computer, I was, misunderstanding which computer I was working on because I was supposed to be working on a secondary computer and I was working on the main computer. So the names were off by numbers. It was like net backup server number 1 is the main one, and the net backup server number 2 and net backup server number 3 were the other two. So I was supposed to be working on net backup server number 2, but I was on net backup server number 1. And guess what command I fucking ran again? Format the whole thing. So I was on the main net backup server. I'm like, all right, let me get this. Let me wipe this thing clean and start over again because we're on the secondary backup server and it didn't matter, right? So I submit the command, send it, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, our screen that has all of our alerts start to go crazy because no backups were running. We couldn't do any backup restores, anything like that. And then I go run back to my desk and I go through my terminal to look at what server it was. And yeah, I wiped out the main backup server. That one right there was another slap in the hand because I basically did the same thing. Obviously, there's years apart from that. So one happened in 2006 and the other one happened in 2012. But if you can imagine the conversations I had with my manager after that, right? Because it's like, hey, you wiped out all the backups. But the good thing about Net Backup as a software is designed so that you can recover from a failure like that.
Right.
So it took us a few hours to recover it, but definitely make sure you read these commands. Don't just say yes or click yes.
Right.
Make sure you read the host name, the computer, IP addresses. Make sure you're aware of the IP addresses. And for Raymond, just don't be sending emails like that unless you're ready to send it. But hey, in general, and this
I'm just still confused. How did you send it to the wrong person?
Because my brain, I was just thinking of the person and I put her in the email instead of my boss because I was just like, you know, human error. I was just
tunnel vision. That's what it's
tunnel
called.
vision. I just put her in the 2 instead of my boss.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I was just so upset, like, oh, I can't stand her, da 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 da, and then boom, I send it to her, like my brain, instead of sending it to the boss.
Yeah.
And then I realized after the fact.
Yeah.
So,
That's crazy.
Yeah. Raymond's Nuggets. Be mindful of who you're sending emails to.
Don't put anybody in the 2 until you, are certain.
The first name you should have put was your boss.
That's true. You are correct.
First
You are
name,
correct.
and then go down to dear boss.
Yes.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. He was just pissed because
Lessons
actually,
learned.
technically, he was going to send that email directly to that person.
He was going to send it to her, CC him, CC him.
Lessons learned.
He was trying to start a fire, kid.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, Raymond. Yeah. Well, we all have lessons that we've learned.
That's my first IT job, too. So.
That was your first IT job?
My first IT job.
Wow.
So, I've learned since then.
Have you?
I think so.
Well, thank you all for tuning into our tech segment here. Big shout out to my mentee asking this question. What is the biggest mistake you've ever made in your job? And definitely always be mindful that, hey, we do make mistakes. It just depends on your bounce back because, hey, my bounce back was strong afterwards. I definitely haven't had that incident happen for more than 10 years from now, and definitely want to encourage everybody to learn from them. Now, I don't know about Raymond.
And Raymond had a prayer. He had a prayer going on, and God heard him and saved his life.
That said,
the thing is the response time of getting that undone.
Yes.
Knowing that that person is supposedly on her desk, but did not see his email. That's crazy. That's like a...
Yeah, I didn't know about the recall feature. I was new to tech. It was my first tech job, and I did not know about the recall feature.
But you imagine that you sitting down talking to your boss like, yo, I sent the email out to this chick, yada, yada, I messed up, boom, boom, boom. You can imagine how long the conversation was or whatever it was. Yeah. So that's time away. Like she could have been on that. Let me go check my...
Yeah. But this is also before BlackBerries and iPhones, too. So this isn't...
like...
Yeah,
my first IT job, I was like, I don't know, 20-something, so.
So literally, they would have to be at their desk to read that email. So it's not like our era of time where I send an email and people get it instantly. This is like sitting in her mailbox waiting for her to get back to the desk to read it. So, yeah, happy that it happened in 2003, 2004?
Yeah.
Raymond's showing his age. So. All right. So we're going to move on to our next segment. We got my guy D Hustle coming up, talking about some tech stuff. What's up, player?
What's going on? Hope everybody had a good weekend.
Yeah.
I don't got a lot, man. Just price deductions. That's all I got. Apple, again, if you're looking for the Apple Watch, now 9 is down to $300. Best Buy is giving a whole bunch of $100 off on a whole bunch of stuff. If you're interested in an Apple Watch, the 9, you can get it for $300 at Best Buy.
Okay,
but go ahead.
It doesn't have the advanced technology, right, for the blood oxygen and all that?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Raymond's waiting for that one.
It's not. I think I'm going to have to get something like that overseas and have them ship it over to me.
Yeah, that seems this is going to be the case.
Yeah. So, and also if you're looking for the Apple AirPods 2 Pro, Amazon did drop $69 off the price, so you can get it for like $180 if you're looking for.
Oh, that's what's up.
Apple Pro AirPods.
You have the Pros, right, Bobby?
I had the Pros.
I have it.
Yeah,
it's good. It has the nose consolation and the whole.
Yeah, but you know one thing about my earlobes is that I create too much wax. And those freaking things just slide all the way out. Like I like the older ones that don't have this rubberized thing.
Right.
But I will say that noise canceling and sound. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's nice. I didn't think they had noise canceling in AirPods. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Okay.
$69 off.
$69 off. And last but not least, the Apple version Pro 2 is performing late 2026. Apple's trying to reduce the price of it.
Well, the price is like $3,000, $3,400, something like that.
From what I got here, it's for $1,500 to $2,500.
That's what they're trying to bring it down to?
Try to bring it down to, right.
Wow.
And then Apple's just confused why they want to make the price lower.
Yeah.
Because I guess if they lower the price, that means they don't want to. Where was the? Okay, here it goes. The largest cost of the of the 4K micro OLED display from Sony is estimated Apple Watch was $350 each. Right, which meaning $700 per headset.
Yeah.
Right? So the LCD will significantly reduce cost, but will result in inferior contrast and reduced resolution as a much bulkier design.
What? So are they stepping back? That's what it sounds like.
I guess they're trying to step back, but they don't want to give the customers bad quality.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
What is this for?
For the Vision Pro.
The Vision Pro.
Pros? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's wild, though. I will say the other day, me and the wifey were down south. We had Bricker Mall, and they had an Apple store there. And I don't know if our Apple store here in Wellington has it, but you could do demos with the Vision Pro. You got to sign up for it. The line was like way too long, and I was like, we just pulling up by. But I don't know. It's like the demand might be there, but just people can't buy it. It's just too expensive, you know?
Yeah, I mean, $3,500 is like, when that first came out, we were just like, it's just out of reach for people.
Yeah. And definitely check out our newsletter because Raymond, don't call him Ray Ray, wrote a nice little article about them. So for sure, the prices are going down, D Hustle says.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right.
And that's all I got, gentlemen.
All right.
What we here for, we need what we get.
You guys going to jump on it? The prices go down?
I don't know. I have to go, like I said.
The quality is good.
Yeah, I got to go experience it, I think, because I got to go see what it feels like. And the device itself, at that price, I need to be using it every day. Yeah. It's not something I'm going to put on the shelf and people come by the house and use it as a game type thing or like a party gift or party experience. But for that price, I got to be using it every day. Yeah. And I don't think it's there yet. But I think it's really cool that you can have a device that gives you like a panoramic view of like computer screens, things that you have going on. But I just don't think it's there yet as a product for me to go spend $3,500 to go do that.
But I guess I see what they're doing. They're trying to get people to buy it.
Yeah.
I guess perfect example. So every iPhone comes out with the basic, then you got the Pro, and then you got the Max.
True.
You know, so I think they're trying to make really cheap and for everybody to jump on it to pay the extra for the.
Yeah.
They might not pay $3,500 for the brand new one, but they'll wait several years later and then probably buy it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking. But to lower the quality, that's a big step down for me.
Yeah. Big time. Because
Just to engage.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. I mean, I'm definitely up for going to the Apple store to go try to demo it out. We should have a field trip out there.
Sure.
Yeah.
And go check it out. But Raymond's Nuggets is up next. What's up, player?
Not much.
How's your weekend, man?
Not bad. Weekend was good. It was very fulfilling. I did a lot of activities.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. And thank you for your story earlier today. I got to go look at all your draft emails now.
See if I talk smack about Bobby
Yeah, facts. So what's good with your Nuggets, player? What you got today?
Yeah, so I got 2 nuggets here for you. So I don't know if you gentlemen remember a few weeks back when we did our podcast, I gave a recommendation for a site called Glassdoor.
Yes.
Yeah, Glassdoor.
Yeah, we all have used Glassdoor before, right? You know, it's really great. You can go ahead and read anonymous reviews about a company. Like, let's just say you're going to go do an interview at Target. You can go read anonymous interviews about people who worked at Target, whether they're real or fake or whatever. But, you know, it was nice that you can go ahead and also read these reviews. And also you could see, like, mock interviews. Like, hey, Target's going to, like, you know, give you this type of question, Raymond, and stuff like that. But since I've given that nugget a few weeks back, I would like to now not recommend Glassdoor.
What? You're retracting it?
I'm retracting it. So there have since been reports now that Glassdoor is actually giving people's names out. So people who went and give out went out anonymously, companies are calling Glassdoor or whatever the case, and Glassdoor is giving your name out.
What?
So at this point, I cannot recommend you use Glassdoor.
That is wild.
Yeah, so
can you imagine?
Yeah, can you imagine going in there talking smack about a company? Hey, they did this and that, and then they're giving your full name out.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's wild. So so an alternative we have on our Tech Hustle site. If you're looking for, mock interviews and stuff like that, check us out. Check us out at the techhustle.com, and we have a section for mock interviews. So yeah, at this point, I do not recommend you use Glassdoor. Use it at your own leisure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Big plug there. First of all, thank you so much for that nugget. And I know it's hard to retract things that you said, so I definitely appreciate you. Raymond has a way of getting himself into trouble all the time, right?
So,
and if you think about even like the email situation in Glassdoor, that's almost the same, like anonymous trying to move, and then they like show the curtains. Actually, it's Raymond Simillion.
Yeah, can you imagine all the companies that talk smack about on Glassdoor? And they're releasing my name now. So that's not cool. That's crazy.
Well, we'll pull our sponsorship back. Glassdoor will send you your money back. But yeah, we're not down for that, especially when you advertise it as an anonymous platform, right?
Yeah, it was it's not cool. Do the right thing, Glassdoor.
Yeah, Spike Lee did. Come on now.
and let's not forget the mention of a plug there, because the techhustle.com does offer mentorship. We have premium community access. We have career coaching, weekly career coaching. We got a lot of products out there that we got stuff, and I guarantee you're going to level up in the process, because it's me and the crew that is holding it down. And definitely want you to check that out at thetechhustle.com. One word, thetechhustle.com. I'll let your boy.
Check us out.
Appreciate that plug.
Of course.
So what else you got on your list, player?
Another thing here, I wanted to ask you guys: are you guys caught up on Shogun?
Shogun, yes. I actually you haven't? Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
I haven't seen the last 2 episodes.
The last 2 episodes? Yeah. Oh.
Last 2 episodes.
I'm all caught up. I finally finished it yesterday, the final episode.
You know what? No, I'm glad we're talking about that show right now. How do you feel about that show?
I got some mixed feelings.
What do you think?
I liked it. I'll just kind of, as the episodes went further in, it started getting,
I think that's what I'm getting at, man. Because I'm usually, if I'm interested in something, I'm gonna be on it,
and you're gonna close it out and see the end.
I don't have to, I didn't run to it. Saying, hey,
that's how I was too. Yeah.
Okay, I missed this episode. I will go back, but I'll get to it when I get to it. But
I feel like it started off like that, like it drawed me in. But you are right. The last 2 episodes, I just finished watching them, and they've been out for at least a week and a half too, right? Yeah. So it wasn't like I was rushing to go see like the ending of Game of Thrones, right? Or I want to go see the end of this next series.
But that's coming back out, just in case y'all didn't know. Game of Thrones coming back out.
Isn't it like the prequel or the beginning of the whole Game of Thrones stuff?
Yes, sir.
But I will say, I think with that show, the hype started off really cool, and then it got, in my opinion, a lot into the culture of Japanese culture during that time, and actually it slowed it down for me, because now I'm like learning about their culture and why they do things, why do they become a samurai, or why does somebody kill themselves type stuff, and there's a right word of saying, and I just don't know it off the top of my head, but in general, just that culture itself, I think it just went heavy on that, and that kind of slowed me down, because I was man, I'm not trying to say where's all the killing and fighting and stuff, but
I'm saying where all the killing and fighting is going on. I'm trying to figure that out.
But it definitely slowed down for me.
It's called Shogun. If you come back for Shogun, is like an assassin. For me.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but when you say Shogun, it's like Shogun assassin. I'm thinking about old school Chinese / fighting.
Martial arts, swordsman,
and stuff like that. I'm like, but continue what you were saying about.
Yeah, so I was just curious if you guys are caught up on it. I still like the show. I think it was a good show overall. So I was just talking to see if you guys had.
I mean, for me, I'm looking for more fight scenes, swordsmanship. I mean, the culture thing is really cool for me, just to be mindful of it. But I'm looking for the more action drama portion of it. And how in the world can that English guy get all the way over there and he still survived all of that? Like,
the barbarian?
Yeah, the barbarian. He survived all of that?
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
It's still good, though. I like you said, it's going to win every award that when award season comes out. Still good show, and I do love the fact that...
Good actors in it,
too. Good actors, yeah. I love that, they're really speaking Japanese. And, to read the subtitles.
I hate
and
that shit. But it's good.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. I mean, you could put the dub English on, but I would not recommend that.
Yeah.
I'm watching it in its true form, reading the subtitles. That is impressive, though. I gotta give it to them.
But you know how slow I'll be reading too, so I'll be talking about my wife. So what did they just say?
I know. I hear you, but no. So I'm just curious. And speaking of that, I wanted to give you guys a recommendation on another show.
Oh, what you got?
So there's another show on Netflix that's kind of heating up right now. I don't know, maybe you guys have watched it already, but it's called Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer.
So this show is kind of heating up on Netflix. I just started watching it. I went out with a friend for coffee last weekend. He recommended it, and I started watching it last night. I'm in 3 episodes in. Not bad.
How you feel about it? Good?
Pretty good so far. Yeah, it's based on a true story. I don't want to give it away, but this guy has a stalker, has a woman that just is becoming obsessed with him and starts stalking him. This is apparently a true story. Check it out. I'm on 3 episodes in right now. They're short. They're like 25 minutes. So
I'm in there like swimwear.
So check it out. So it's pretty good so far. Yeah, this thing is heating up. Like everybody I talked to is talking about this show. So I'm like, you know what? Let me check it out. So Baby Reindeer, that's your recommendation for this week, gentlemen. Check it out.
Sounds good.
All right.
I like that shit.
Yeah. Raymond got a nice little nugget to drop in there. And Baby Reindeer. I don't know where they came up with the title for that.
Yeah.
But that's definitely very interesting naming. And you said it's a comedy?
No, it's a drama. It's based on a true story.
Oh, it's a struggling comedian show.
Yes,
One
this
actor.
guy's a struggling comedian, and then this woman becomes obsessed with him, and she starts stalking him.
His first fan. I like it.
So, no, I love the fact that it's based on a true story. So that
it usually helps draw it home more or less the experience.
And I just saw a news article too where yesterday, literally, because this thing is blowing up, the woman who supposedly in real life is suing Netflix because she's saying that she's getting all this hate email and stuff like this based on this. I literally just started reading it yesterday. So people thinking, so
it definitely is. When they start to do real stories and then you turn on Netflix and be like, yo, that sounds like my story.
And the internet's gonna find you.
Yeah, for sure.
So
internet's definitely gonna find you.
The internet found her, and she's suing Netflix now.
I mean, Netflix should write her a check regardless, in my opinion. So,
I mean,
you don't think so?
No, I mean, you can't do that for every true story.
What are you talking about? If they do a true story on Raymond, you don't think you want to get a check?
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, okay.
I mean, I want to check, even if they're gonna, slander me, drag me in the mud, tell me I'm the worst person in the world. That you better write me a check. That's all I'm saying. Or I'm gonna be shouting and screaming and lawsuit type stuff.
I mean, you think O.J. Simpson got a check from all the documentaries and
get a check
TV shows they did about him and
stuff?
Actually,
did we give him a big shout out, O.J. Simpson, R.I.P. O.J.? Did we mention him in the show?
We did not.
Yeah, give him a quick moment of silence for O.J.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. OJ. But and seriously, if OJ is featured, if he's featured in any documentary, he should be getting a check. I don't care if you mention his name, just like they do for music, just like they do for most art. Why not? That's my story. You're basically biting off of it. You got to send me something in the mail, in my opinion.
Yeah, I hear you.
But big shout outs to OJ. My man was one of one.
Yes, he was.
Not guilty. That was like one of the best scenes in my life, kid. I remember that. Do you remember that trial?
I remember that trial.
Oh my gosh, bro.
You must have quit.
Yeah, that was whoever wrote that bar. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you definitely in the books because they showcased that, and I was watching the video and he was like playing it out and stuff like that. I was like, it don't fit. Like,
that was. That was interesting. So yeah, that sparked a lot of.
Yeah. Actually, I was also watching this. There might be another documentary coming out about it. That there was this person that was close to the family. I believe he was the gardener or he was like their landscape person that afterwards was convicted for killing other people. But the law enforcement's never interviewed him for that case. So there might be news coming out, I don't know, in a documentary or something like that showcases like, hey, he definitely wasn't the one. But I wouldn't be surprised either. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, R.I.P. Juice O.J. Simpson. All right, fellas. We're ready to move on to the next. You got any more nuggets lined up, Raymond?
No, that's all I got.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you bringing it to the table. And definitely, Glassdoor is off the list. We're not supporting Glassdoor no more.
We do not recommend it. Check out thetechhustle.com.
Facts, my guy.
Give him a shout out.
For sure. All right, fellas. So we're at the last segment over here where we're going to get some sports updates. I know the playoffs. Yeah. D Hustle's feeling really good. So what's going on in sports, man?
Oh, my God. Well, if you haven't seen last week, Hanley versus Garcia, crazy fight.
Yeah, it was.
Crazy fight.
Yeah.
Garcia won that. Have you guys seen that fight?
Yeah, I did watch that. Yep.
How do you feel about it?
Good. I was Haney sucked ass. Excuse my language there. Pause. But anyways, I was rooting for Haney, but he sucked. Garcia tore him up.
Yeah.
And Garcia showed me something. So yeah. So I like the fight. So
what round did they get up to?
They went the whole
the distance. Yeah. I mean, there was some controversy with people like Stephen A. Smith and me too were saying that the ref should have stopped the fight.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm glad that he let the fight go on. But good fight all around.
Yeah, I guess he said that they robbed him for that. Didn't stop the fight. So it is what it is.
Who said they robbed him?
Ryan Garcia said that they robbed him. They should have stopped the fight and they never stopped the fight.
To give him a technical knockout. Yeah, so he got a call.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if they don't do that, he don't get that point for a technical knockout.
Okay, I see.
They called the fight more or less. Not called the fight. They went to the card rather.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So right now, basically right now, Ryan is number 2, and Hanley went down from number 1 to number 4.
Wow.
Jeez, I can't believe he was number 1.
Dio's number 1. Very hard-headed. Lopez, it's serious stuff. But yep. Other than that, the next fight I want to see is Tyson versus Logan.
The big shout outs to Mike Tyson still at it.
Coming back. I hear it's going to be treated as a record.
Word. I'm glad you brought that up. I just saw that yesterday because at first I was like, I don't want to watch this piece of crap. And then I just saw yesterday on Twitter that they're going to count this as a real fight.
Yep.
Wow.
Regulated fight, and I'm like, all right, now I'm interested.
Now you're interested.
I'm interested now. So
now he's interested.
So I was like, don't come to my house with this buffoonery. But now I'm interested.
Now he's gonna host a party at the house.
You know, Mike,
I don't know about that, but
Mike wants that. I feel bad for listen, if like I said, Mike Tyson lose, that shit is rigged.
Yeah,
I don't care what nobody says.
For sure.
There's no way he's gonna go down to that kid Logan.
No way.
Are
they doing all 12 or what? How many
I don't
rounds?
even know what they're doing. I'm just expecting it to knock out first round like Mike Tyson.
He's coming out hungry, especially now he gets to put another ticker on the belt.
First 3 rounds you need to worry about. Mike. After that, you might have a chance.
Then he probably wear him out.
Probably wear him out.
I mean, but Mike is working on his cardio too. I mean, I've seen some videos of him, man. I don't even want to stand up against him, bro. I don't even want to be the trainer. You see the trainer that
trainer's hurt.
The trainer holding the bats and stuff like that. I don't even want to be that guy, bro.
Trainer's hurt.
Like, it's gonna be interesting though.
That might be a good fight to look at.
That's in June or July?
July 20th.
Got you.
Matter of fact, family reunion day. So
look at you.
I might have to cut that short.
It's that weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
He ain't going no more.
Oh, man. Raymond, you still got to pull up, bro. You still got to pull up. Family reunion.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
But other than that, man, hockey, playoffs. If you guys not watching it.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers. Go Rangers. We all up in this place. All right. Other than that, have you guys seen your draft? How do you guys think you guys did on your NFL draft?
Yeah, we got a little Dominican cat, didn't we?
He's not from Miami. But okay, we give him that. How do you guys?
He going to the Dolphins, right?
Who? All right.
There's a Dominican defensive end that we got.
Oh, okay. He's from Miami, I think, or something like that.
Low coast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we got defensive end. How do you feel about who you guys drafted?
I think we could have done better.
Yeah.
Again, y'all need to call. If y'all hearing this, y'all call me.
D-hustle.
You guys need to figure some crap out. We're doing something wrong. Y'all trying to get Caleb Williams. Why? You still got Daniel Jones. You haven't got rid of Daniel Jones. Anyway, call me. We figure this crap out because you guys are killing me right now.
Well, I'm glad you say that. But then again, look at the Falcons. They got Kirk Cousins and they drafted Michael Penix.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying. They need to call me so I can figure this thing out for them. Because
Darwin said I need to be in the room.
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, did you guys hear that Jason Kelsey is going to join Monday Night Countdown?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jason Kelsey, guys, in case you guys don't know,
Yeah.
ex-Philadelphia Eagle.
Yeah. Yep.
Basically, he, after a 13-year career, is going to sign a deal with ESPN for next season.
Wow. Give him a
Good for
round of
him.
applause.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's big. That's 1 year out, right?
Yeah, he just retired. Yeah.
He got shows. I think he got a show. He got a podcast
Got
with
a
his brother,
podcast, yeah.
and now he's gonna be on TV for sports and stuff like
Wow.
But check it out. Now, Phil Simms and Boomer Eisen, is out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Saw
Yeah.
that, right?
Wow.
I saw that
So they're
yesterday.
restacking up, huh?
Yeah, they're like reshuffling. It was getting stale.
Yeah.
Guess who's getting in? Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
Wow. Shout out to
big
Matt.
shout.
Matt Ryan's taking over Boomer. And Phil said, I just had enough.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Phil's been there for like 50 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's time for them rotating out and definitely new blood. My
Ryan
biggest
is like the stale, boring white. I mean, what is he gonna? Okay.
Hey, you got to put him on camera and see how he does.
all
Put
right.
him in the room, bro.
They're still in football here, gentlemen. Still in football here, trying to figure out Travis Kelce highest paid tight end.
That's
Wow.
wild. I saw that.
Saw that?
Yeah, that's wild.
Highest tight end.
I thought he was gonna
And he's
retire.
making- Contract was worth $34.25 million through 2027.
So what? 3 more years?
That's $17.125 million yearly average.
Wow.
The New York Giants tight end Darren Waller. Damn.
That's
crazy.
the difference. Pay difference.
That's
Wow.
the pay difference.
That is
Highest
wild.
paid person right now, tight end.
That's
It's good. He deserves it.
Yeah.
You know what? He deserves it. He's been number one on my fantasy every time I'm there.
That's exactly why he says he
He
deserves
deserves
it, right?
every bit of it, bro.
Because he's come through
every
for him.
Bit of, hey, he's benefiting me. Listen, if I haven't won championships, it's because of that guy.
Yeah.
He does not let me down. I appreciate you. You deserve it.
Wow.
Other than that,
You gonna be rocking Kansas City now? Or
hell
what?
no. True. Crazy.
He's just on your roster though.
So my roster.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Fantasy football.
Roger that.
He's giving me points. He deserves it all.
Yeah.
And he's the only guy that's helping Mahomes out. So let's be realistic here.
Yeah. Especially red zone, guaranteed touchdown, tight end, slot.
Yeah, he deserves
Good.
it all.
Good to go.
And last for football, before anything, I want to give a special shout out, special congratulations to my man Reggie Bush for getting his Heisman back after 14 years.
They gave him his Heisman back?
After 14 years.
Congratulations.
And it only took OJ to make that shit happen.
Wow. that wasn't OJ's dying words. Like, yo, give Reggie Bush his Heisman back. And then I'll go.
Man. It's
Wow.
crazy.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I remember Reggie Bush out there, man. At
Yeah.
freaking
He's out there doing his thing.
USC, man. He was killing it, in my opinion.
Killing it.
Who was the quarterback during that time? It was
Matt Leinart.
oh yeah. It wasn't that what was that Hernandez guy? Was it no? He played for the Jets. He's also a commentator.
I think I was afterwards.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
afterwards. Oh, okay.
Sanchez.
There we go. There we go.
Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez.
Ah, man,
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
But I'm glad he got his Heisman back. He should have never got it taken away in the first place. So
What was the offense though? Do y'all remember?
I mean, they bought his mom a house and they bought his parents a house to go to USC.
Oh, okay.
What does it have to do with me?
Yeah.
You buy my parents a house. I mean, that got nothing to do with me. But
Yeah. They had that in the trigger though.
well, yeah. I mean, these boosters should get in some type of trouble. Why is the kids,
Yeah, his accolades and his achievements are taken away because of that. That's crazy, in my opinion.
But yeah,
But congratulations, he got that.
yeah.
And yeah, man, big shout outs to him.
Shout outs to them.
What's he up to now? Is he commentating?
I don't even know.
No. I
Nah,
barely see him on TV.
I
Barely.
watched the news, and that's how I figured it out. I was like, what? No way.
All right, Reggie Bush, do
I
your
felt
thing.
good about it. That was the best 30 minutes of news time I was watching. Like, Reggie Bush, no way. He's still 14 years? That's what's up. Good for him. Baseball, man, if you guys watching baseball, it just started. It's maybe like 22 games into the season right now. I just went and watched the Marlins and Braves, and Atlanta took them out. So shout out to all those teams out there.
Yeah.
All right, here's the one I've been waiting for.
Uh-oh.
Invasion. Let me get...
My guy said, put on the music, kid. Who you talking about, though? Who you talking about?
NBA, ladies and gentlemen. NBA. Let me give you a couple stuff. A lot of disappointments going on for me here. I don't want it. Let me start in the Eastern Conference. All right. Boston down up. Miami 3-1. Crazy.
And you give that a round of applause? you know you down south, right?
You know what? I'm only giving that a round of applause because they got that one win without Butler and Rozier, and you know they're out there hustling.
Yeah,
they're giving everything.
That's impressive. Yeah,
they're giving everything they can do. I mean, their main star players are not in there, and they happen to win one game.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And the last game that I just seen, they were down by like 20 something.
Yeah.
To come back on a No, that's a round of applause.
Yeah.
I don't even like Miami like that. I give you guys salutes. You know?
Well, big shout outs to Bernie.
You know, Bernie.
Bernie.
Oh, Bernie.
Yeah.
He's out there. He has it. A matter of fact, happy birthday, Bernie, man. I haven't heard from you. Maybe because the heat went down. But listen, I still love you, my guy.
Happy birthday,
man.
Happy
birthday. Hey, Indiana up 3-1 against Milwaukee. How do you feel about that? No Giannis.
Yeah, but still, I mean, Dame, come on. I mean,
Dame might be out. He was out last game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And they should have never got Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is overhyped.
Wow, you threw the whole coach under the bus?
Yeah,
wow. Did you just run him over with the whole bus?
They should have never fired the coach they had.
Wow.
That was but anyway.
But they made it to the playoffs, player. Like, you don't get credit for that?
He came in the middle of the season.
But they still made it to the playoffs.
Took over a good team in the middle of the season.
All right, Raymond.
Okay. All right.
Raymond said, take the bus and put it in reverse.
It's like you starting a company and then you just come and take over the company. And the company's already doing good.
I mean,
it's your company.
Yeah, I mean,
Raymond
said he needs to manage a whole season before he gives him any credit.
That is, he's overhyped. But anyway, so
yeah.
Well, what's overhyped is I'm trying to figure out how Cleveland is still tied against Orlando Magic 2-2. That's crazy.
That is interesting, though. Yeah, that is.
That is crazy. And last but not least, in that division, my Knicks. 3-1 against Joel Embiid. Listen, he can still stay in the sideline for me, kid. I don't care about Joel.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now.
He ain't looking healthy to me, though.
He's never been healthy for me. Yeah. He's been in the bench even on fantasy. Let's be realistic here.
But you can't knock that he can drop some threes, though. For a big guy like that, he can definitely score it up.
Shoot threes, too.
Yeah.
Jokic can shoot threes.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a different game out there now.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. They're not posting it up and holding it down under the basket, right?
Eastern Conference. Wow. New Thunder. Shout out to Thunder. 4-0 swept New Pelicans. I knew that was going to happen. I wish it was the Lakers there, but it's not.
Wow.
Lakers are in Cancun.
Yes, they are. All right. And the biggest upset I'm telling you right now, I did not expect Minnesota to sweep Phoenix.
Yeah.
Shout outs to that organization over there. A-Rod, shout out.
I'm going to get your opinion on that. There's a new sheriff in town.
And his name Reggie Hammond, baby. That's what I know it is.
He's Ant-Man.
I like Ant.
Yeah.
I always like Ant.
He's
best great player.
Yeah, is he the new face, you think? Or
I think me personally, I think he's better than John. I'm going to say that right now. John Morant.
John Morant.
I think my man is all around. I think he's got good defense, got good scoring. But Ja's a phenomenal player too. He's very flexible. His dunking's there. He shoots pretty weird, but at the end of the day, my man got skills, kid.
Yeah,
I gotta give it to Ant-Man.
Yeah,
I got to.
Yeah,
and then to beat one of his idols.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up.
To be one of that's crazy.
I'm glad you brought that up. Like, you know what? LeBron gets a lot of hate. You know, he gets compared to Michael Jordan and stuff like that. But KD doesn't get the hate that LeBron gets. How many super teams has this guy been on? And he's only won how many chips?
2 chips.
He hasn't won anything since he left Golden State.
That's correct.
This guy is like, I mean, he doesn't get any hate like LeBron. I get it. LeBron has been crowned the next one, but come on. I mean, this guy's got to get some heat too, man.
But it was a debate that who was best between LeBron and KD. It was a long time ago.
That debate's been out of the window. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but KD, he played with Kyrie. He played with the Beard. Then he played with Beal. And then he played with the other guy that's on this team. I mean, come on. I'm just saying.
You're expecting more, you mean?
Yes. He's played with more super teams than anybody.
Yeah, but
what do you mean?
It's just it didn't happen the way he wanted it to happen. So that's why I think for me, he's switching teams here and there.
Yeah.
Okay, how does he get a pass, though?
Like, how do you not stay in Golden State when you guys were doing phenomenal? That's what I'm trying to
I would have been
figure
riding
out.
Golden State until they kicked me out.
You know? I mean, I'm good. I'm glad you got the chip. Maybe he's trying to do his own destiny. I don't know. I can't answer.
I mean, technically, he got what he wanted. He did get a chip, so and that's what. If for me, if I'm in the league, that's all I'm looking for. And then after that, it's all play for me. Yeah. Right. As soon as I get one.
Fulfilling games. Maybe he was trying to do his big 3. I have no idea what he was trying to do, but I mean, you have a lot of. You're correct. I mean, he doesn't get the hate, but again, I don't see him doing it.
It all goes to LeBron.
It all goes to LeBron.
It's crazy. That's just my 2 cents.
This is where everybody does. I mean, everybody wanted LeBron. You got LeBron.
Yeah, you did. You got him this year too.
Dallas Mavericks and Clippers tied 2 apiece. Good game over there, man. Hey, Kyrie, man, doing his thing. Hey, shout out to Kyrie.
Yeah, for sure.
Luka doing his thing. Kawhi, you need to get better, bro. Come on, man.
He's always hurt.
You're killing me here, man. I really like you, but if you're hearing this podcast, man, you got to stay healthy, man. I don't know what you're doing over there. And then the thing, you getting my guy, the Beard, all messed up over there, man. You got Paul George, phenomenal player.
He's still doing it, though.
Harden, Kawhi, big hand. Come on, man. This guy, something's going to call me, organization, call me. We're going to make something happen over there. We can figure some shit out.
Dang, you can do baseball and basketball?
I do it all, man. I do it all.
He said, I'm the general manager of it all.
Yeah. And last but not least, I got to get down to this here. Just Denver took out Lakers 4-1. They did one. You guys did one.
I didn't even watch it last night. I just woke up and saw all the stupid text messages and stuff like that.
All I have is one name for you, and that is Jamal.
Yeah, I heard it was nasty last night.
Jamal Murray just doing his thing.
Yeah.
They're the best.
I mean, it came close. It looked like it was 106 to 102.
106, 106, 108.
Last few possessions, but...
Again, guess who did that again? Jamal.
Yeah.
Jamal done did his thing. I don't know where the fuck was LeBron. I don't know what AD was doing.
AD was hurt as usual. You breathe on him and he got hurt.
Yeah, I hear you.
You remember you're a Lakers fan. Remember that. You're a Lakers fan.
I'm assuming you're upset because they benched Russell and Austin Reeves while the locker.
The coach sucks, so they're going to fire him.
Here he goes again. So now we should fire Mr. Haven.
Mr. Hervin, he sucks. Or Hammond, whatever the hell his name is.
Why do you think?
He sucks.
Or is it LeBron telling you to let him go?
Oh, here we go.
He has a past history of every team he goes firing a coach.
True.
Yeah.
But the Lakers organization is always going to appeal to the star player. Remember when Kobe, his final years, he sucked, and they still gave him that big contract, They're always going to take care of the player. They want the loyalty. They're going to take care of LeBron just like they're going to draft his son to keep him happy.
Yeah.
So
you think Lakers are going to draft his son?
They said they're open to it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, because LeBron's like, hey, I don't know if I'm coming back. But
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, this son does not belong in the league, but.
Wow.
Lakers open of drafting Bron. LA will consider helping LeBron fulfill his dream. You need to fulfill with a different player. That's what you guys need to do. Bro, I'm getting sick and tired of people losing their jobs because of a one player. Come on, man.
It's always been like this in the league, though.
Come on, why?
I think it's crazier now.
It is crazier now, but...
So you think by getting his son, you guys going to win a fucking championship?
They're not, but they're going to sell tickets because it's LeBron.
You're correct. Let me give it...
That's a Raymond's nugget right there.
So tickets, that's what it matters. So
that is correct. But come on, man, you have good coaches. You know what? Why don't LeBron become a fucking coach?
True.
Yeah.
And let's see how he does. Let's see if he wins this chip. Now I'm trying to figure this guy out, bro. I can't hate on the guy. He's making.
Yeah. I mean,
fuck. He's not pleased. He's never pleased.
I agree with you. Remember when he was with the Heat, they tried to get Spoelstra fired, and they told LeBron to kick rocks.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
I think that's why he left.
That's the only one he couldn't get fired was the Heat coach.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, they had a GM over there. What was his name?
Pat Riley.
Pat Riley was running the show, kind of shit, right?
But here's the thing: Spoelstra's been always taking the Heat to the playoffs.
He's a good coach. Yeah.
He's a good coach.
Yeah.
So imagine he got fired because they listened to fucking LeBron.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But
You know what? I low-key can't actually wait until he gets out of the league so then we can really hear some stories, because I think that there's still a lot of like interpersonal type stuff that LeBron does that we don't hear about because he's still in organizations type stuff, because that sounds crazy that a player
the
can
thing
influence
is,
that.
only the NBA, the players have the control. All the other leagues, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
NBA, it's the players.
Right.
It's a players' league.
At the end of the day, this is how I feel. LeBron, if you're watching this podcast, this is what.
No, he is tuned in. Talk
He's
to him
tuned in.
directly.
You're tuned in. Let me help you out.
What up,
Listen,
Bron?
you're a phenomenal player.
Uh-huh.
All right, keep doing your thing. Keep going out there. Your body will tell you when to stop. Don't fucking stay because you want to play with your son, whatever. If you still love the game, play the game. And until you say it's done, it's done. That's it, man, bro. Stop playing around. You want to go after records? Go after records. Keep doing your thing, but don't, bro.
I agree.
Playing
with your son thing is kind of
the hustle right
I
there.
agree. Like, yeah, that's your lifelong. I mean, yeah, that is.
It's a good dream. Everybody has dreams. I thought one of your dreams was to be in the NBA. You're in the NBA now. Now you have more dreams? Come on, man.
I agree. That's crap, though. But, hey.
Do your thing, man. Go out there, play ball, have fun. Stop crying for no freaking no call.
Yeah.
Okay? You're being a freaking Cinderella. I'm sorry, I had to say it. Stop it, man.
Darwin's coming with the heat now.
Good player, man, but stop being a baby. Come on, man.
Well, he's at the house now since
He's in Cancun.
He already.
He's in Cancun. He's waiting for the. He's in Cancun enjoying his little vacation before the Olympics.
Okay, he's getting ready for the Olympics, but
him and Spoelstra,
but we're definitely looking for a response, Brown. So holla at us.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
Hey, if y'all got nothing else to do, if y'all hungry, you need to holla at Marvelous Creations. Got the best cake pops and everything going on, ladies and gentlemen. Stop putting around. Cakes, designs, everything you need.
Big shout outs to our sponsor. And Mother's Day is coming up, and she has a few specials. So definitely check it out. And she delivers from Palm Beach all the way down to Miami-Dade and all that in between. Big shout outs to Marvelous Creations. Marvelous Creations. All right, fellas. It looks like where we at, dude? We're coming down to the end of our show here. How y'all enjoyed today's show?
Good.
Yeah. We learned a lot about Raymond today.
Yes, we did.
I'm still wondering if he's still a Lakers fan though.
I think he still is.
Yeah.
He still is. He's just got some issues in the organization that he needs to figure out.
That he needs to figure out.
I'm with him too. I'm behind him.
Yeah,
I'm like 3 guys behind him.
Yeah. Oh man, but we want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in to this episode number 35 here at the Tech Hustle. We killing it. There's a few things that I want to make sure I throw a plug in. One that Raymond mentioned earlier is that we do offer product courses, and definitely want to encourage you to check them out around mock interviewing, career coaching, and upskilling with Linux is one of our main courses that we offer. So definitely check us out on our website, thetechhustle.com. Another plug that I want to mention is our community. Big shout outs to our community. Big shout outs to our community. We're up to about 150 members in our community, and I tell you, it's probably one of the most vibrant locations for you to hang out, develop, and become mindful of your skills and the skills that we bring to the table, and definitely want to level you up in the process. We also have our newsletter. What April? We're in April, right?
In April, yes.
Yeah. Look, tomorrow's the 1st, right?
Yes.
Oh man, this year's flying. But anyway, our latest episode of our monthly newsletter, April's newsletter has been published. So check us out. You can get it on our website at thetechhustle.com. And then the last plug that I want to subscribe or get you to do is subscribe. Raymond, what do you tell them if they don't subscribe?
They are a hater.
Facts. So if you're not subscribing, you're hating the show, especially if you're listening in, because we got some really cool episodes that we've released. Backstage with Bobby D, we got 2 of them out there. One with special guest Catalina and another one, Evan. Both of them are fire. They're really lighting up over on YouTube, and want to encourage you all to subscribe.
Reviews.
Yeah, for
More
sure.
to come.
Yeah, and more to come. And yeah, I think that's it, fellas. Anything else y'all want to say before we chime out?
Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Lakers need to figure things out.
Go Knicks.
I made him a believer, baby. I made him believe.
Can you believe that? Wow, Raymond.
Appreciate that.
Raymond, pull that out the back pocket. He's trying to get lunch for free today. That's what it is.
That's crazy.
But anyways, we want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in to episode number 35. Check us out online, thetechhustle.com. Holla at your boy. It's Bobby D.
Peace.